So the present, libraries today. Yes, we still use libraries today, and most likely a Roman probably would have recognized it, but there would have been a number of things that would have been a bit different. So the libraries of today, they're definitely still in buildings the same way that the Romans were. However, our buildings do look a bit different. They are not nearly as ornate. Up above, we have the Batavia Public Library. So just so you get an idea, in case you haven't seen the library, and if you haven't seen the library, you better get over there. And then below, we have the Library of Congress, which is a much larger ornate building, probably that the Romans would better recognize. So, but this just has to do with the times. On the inside of the library is what we really care about. So the Romans would have recognized the library probably once they got in there. They would have been wondering what all the different tables and study areas were for, just because they didn't have them, but they probably would have found them to be a nice addition. As you can see, books are still stored out in the open so that people can get to them, and our cataloging system, I'm sure, is quite different from those of the Romans. So a Roman probably would have recognized it, but might not have known really what to do with the different areas. So in addition, today, we use libraries a bit differently because they're still used for the storing of books. However, they're often, especially at our school, a place for meeting, to do small group work, and to have some conversation. And also, we still do put up some art, even though it may not be the art that the Romans typically had of the busts and things like that. So as you can see in the pictures of our LRC, we still have the study stack, the book stacks, in the upper right corner. But then when you look down at the other pictures, you have a seating area in the lower left, and then basically various other areas around the LRC in order to do your work. So it is a bit different. So in that comparison, the big things to catch is basically that it is doing the same thing of storing books, but it's now also become more of a social area where for the Romans, not everybody had to go to the library, whereas here at school, everybody, I'm sure, has gone to the library at least once. So our present has changed a bit, but I do believe that a Roman would still recognize it.